Welcome to TwoQuestions.tv. I'm Susan Baroncini-Moe. Joining me today is Michele Leno. Dr. Leno is a native of Detroit, and she's a licensed psychologist in the state of Michigan. Dr. Leno is the owner of DML Psychological Services, PLLC, a company that provides consulting services throughout Oakland and Wayne counties. Hi, Michele. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Oh, I've been really looking forward to talking with you for a while. And
I know, it's been a long time coming, right?
Yeah. And so today we're talking about fear and potential. And one of the things that I notice in my work, I'm an executive, I always forget my guests on the show don't really know what I do. I'm an executive coach in my normal life. And I notice that fear often holds people back from realizing their full potential in their careers. And you're really an expert in this area. So how can our viewers and listeners who are maybe letting fear hold them back fight that fear and achieve what they're really capable of?
Well, what it is anxiety. Mm-hmm. And you have to first get to the root of your anxiety. And sometimes that comes from just self-exploration, but sometimes it's important to maybe seek therapy to figure out the root of your anxiety. How long has this been going on? It can usually be traced back to childhood. What happens with that, we constantly think of past failures. And so I think of something new that I tried and didn't achieve. I was not successful at it. And so when something else pops up, I'm like, well, I didn't succeed the last time, so maybe I shouldn't do this again. So what happens is we entertain anxious thoughts constantly. And it's sort of irrational because we know intellectually that just because something didn't go well last week doesn't mean we're not going to have a great week this week. And so to get past that is to explore all of that, and you just have to get out there and do it. And then you think about the times when you did succeed and how great you felt. That will definitely help you start to get over your fears of trying something new. Because certainly most people don't fail at everything.
Right.
If you think of it that way, you think of, well, I graduated high school, I got through college, and I did all of these other things.
Yeah.
Then you start to realize that maybe that other thing that I didn't accomplish just wasn't for me.
Right.
And
or I didn't have the skill set I needed. Yeah. Oh yeah. We were talking about, so viewers, we've had a little edit. We had some technical snafus. So we are back now. And Michele, we were talking about fear and how it holds you back. And we were talking about, some strategies for managing that. And I was about to say that I give my clients this homework assignment quite frequently to create an inventory of success where they just go back and journal things that they've done in their lives that worked, that were successful. And I kind of include bonus ones, like if I had a really good idea for a client, but they didn't take it, it's still a good idea, So I encourage them to do things like that. But I also wanted to talk with you about social media and mental health, because I understand that's another one of your areas of expertise. We talked about mental health a lot on this show, but not necessarily about the effect of social media on our mental health. And I think that's so important. So could you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. With social media, again, that can bring up a lot of our anxiety. We get on social media and almost instantly, we compare ourselves to our friends and followers. And that has to be like the most unhealthy way of going about your life. I mean, of course, it's natural to compare yourself to other people, but when you're in a situation and you're reviewing somebody's posts, vacation pictures, and you're thinking, oh my God, my life is so awful because I'm not doing that. Then all of a sudden you become anxious and then you think you should be doing more. That's the time to explore what you should be doing or what you really want to do. What makes you happy? Maybe vacationing doesn't really make you happy, but you see someone else doing it. And so you're thinking, okay, maybe this is the key to my happiness. But that's the time to really dig deep and do some self-searching and figure out well, what makes me happy? Maybe I just need to start taking more walks. Maybe I need to hang out with friends more. Maybe I need to write that book that I've been putting off. So if you can let that anxiety work for you in a positive way, then that's good. The problem is staying stuck in that envy or that I'm not good enough. That's really the part that throws us off and keeps us from moving forward. And so that is the unhealthy aspect to social media, is that it's getting on there and constantly comparing when really it's like, it's probably something you really don't want to do anyway. I mean, anybody can make their life look like the most exciting life on earth.
Yeah. You're comparing your, like, all your knowledge about your life, which includes good and bad, with their life, where you're only seeing like the highlights and like the best part of it. Like everyone tries to paint their best picture of their best self on social media. You never know what's really going on.
Right. You never know. And sometimes that person that is posting all of these pictures and you're feeling inferior because of this, who knows what's going on really in their lives? Maybe they feel inferior to you. So there's just, if everybody would come out and just say, you know, sometimes social media just makes me feel not so great. I think that we can start to support each other, because I think people feel like they have to do these things for other people. Like, well, if I'm on there, I need to entertain people, when really that's really not the case. You know, if you can go on there and just be you, unless you're an actress or an actor, it's okay. But if you can just go on there and be you, that right there would benefit you plus a lot of other people. Because most of us are dealing with some form of anxiety, and it's usually related to unhealthy thinking. I need to make people believe that I'm this person because I really don't know who I am.
Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah. Well, I feel like we have this compulsion that we have to be on social media now. And I was thinking about this last night. Like, normally, like, you might see friends and your relatives occasionally. You don't see, like there's that uncle, you know, that you never see, or you don't see your cousins all the time. And you don't see a lot of your friends all the time. In fact, there are a lot of friends that you probably choose not to see all the time, but they're your acquaintances and people that you maintain social networks and connections with. And it just occurs to me last night, like, we have created for ourselves like Thanksgiving dinner every single day of our lives. Like, in that social realm, like, we're connected with everyone all the time. And I just, you know, that's how we know everyone's politics and secrets and what's going on with them. And I just feel like we maybe don't need that. Maybe it's not so healthy.
we don't need that. And really, who wants to prepare Thanksgiving dinner every day?
Yeah.
Who has the energy? I mean, maybe a handful, maybe 1% of the population really has the energy to do that. But on social media, we make people think that we're constantly on, that we wake up. You know, I woke up like this. you know, I wake up, all made up and ready to go. And
Viewers, we did not wake up like this. Michele and I worked really hard to look this good.
And so we have that need to make people think that we're always on, we're always ready. And, you know, I tend to gravitate more to the people that are saying, well, no, I didn't feel so great today, or you know, this took work, you know, this is and people are afraid to do that, because when you do that, what happens, you set yourself up to be judged, and you set yourself up for people to find out, guess what, you're not perfect. And nobody wants to be found out that you're perfect. So relationships, that's another one. I mean, if you're seeking out a new relationship and somebody's on social media constantly posting with their spouse, you're like, oh my God, my life is awful because I'm not doing this. I don't have this. How irrational is that? You really don't know. You see a picture is always perfect.
Yeah.
The picture is there. It doesn't move. You don't see what happened before they took that picture.
Right.
And you're not seeing what is happening after they took that picture, except in another picture. So if that's what makes you happy, you can go and take all the wonderful pictures that you desire to take.
Exactly. Yeah, you really. Michele, where can people find you?
You can find me my website, dmlpsych.com. That's dmlpsych.com. Also, speaking of social media, I am on Facebook. Also, you can find me there. Michele Leno, my name. You go there, you'll find me. I'm also on Twitter under Dr. Michele Leno. And my name is Michele, last name Leno.
Awesome.
Only one L in my name.
Yes. I had to double check that too. Well, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Would you like to join me on the after show?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Viewers, if you'd like to join Michele and me on the after show, come with us. We're going over to twoquestions.tv. It's the only place you can find the after show. So if you want to watch it, we're going over there now. So we're going to see you at twoquestions.tv. In the meantime, Michele's links will be in the show notes today, so you can find her. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.